Hello and welcome back to your MS Success tutorial. In this lesson we shall learn advanced date time functions, date part function, date diff function, date add function. Advanced date time functions. The date part function is basically extract the different part of date. For example, the month part, the date part, and the year part. We can extract a month separate from the date field, and we can extract the date separately from the date field, and we can also the year separately from the date field. The date add function, it adds number of days, week, month, quarter, or year to the existing date. For example, you want to add 3 weeks to the following date. The date is 6 May 2020. Add 21 days. So the answer would be 26 May 2020. The date format of this date is MMDDNYY. So to demonstrate the advanced function and advanced date and time function in Microsoft Access, I will be using one of my database, Picaroon Sales. Enable content. As we can see that there are few of the tables and few of the queries, the same way few of the forms, and we have a couple of report. For this tutorial we will be using the query. We will be creating a new query. Create query from design view. These are the tables. Since that we would like to practice on the orders dates, I'm going to add the TBL order detail, and TBL books. With this added, these are the three tables that we are going to work on it: TBL order detail, and TBL books. So let me add book ID, book title, and quantity. With this added, let's run the query. That how does it look like so far? These are the data which is extracted, all the records of the all time, and the total number of record is 3030. Go back to the design view, and since the number of records is very high, we would like to open this, as we have studied in one of our lessons summarizing data. Open this sigma sign or the sum total, auto total button, and look at this total row is inserted by Microsoft Access automatically, group by, and here we want to take the sum function, and let's run. So here now we can see that only 29 books are in our inventory, which are so far available for sale, and these are the total of the total orders, total of the books sold. Let's go back to the design view, and to extract the date part from to show the particular records for the particular period of time. So I'm going to write the function of date part function, and I want here in quotation mark y comma field transaction date, which is in the TBL order, transaction date, and this is also set to group by. We don't want group by here. We need a where class. And the criteria, for example, we want to see the record for 2009. Let's enter 2009 and transaction date. So here is the our data. Though we did not show the date field, to add one another field, and we want to see this data by the first quarter of 2009. Let's add the date part function, and here is Q and Q, and Q is for quarter, and we want that also from the transaction date. Close the square bracket, close the parenthesis, and we are going to give again the where class, and we want here quarter 1. We have limited our data, and now when we run the query, again there is a mistake. TRANSACTION, run, and the data is got more limited, and these are the books which are sold, or we can say that those are the books which are available for sale in the first quarter of 2009, and this is the sale of the first quarter of 2009. So this is how you use the add part of in Microsoft Access. Let's save this query. QRY sales orders total 09. Okay, so that's how we use the date part. So let's close this query and practice the date add function. We'll be using our query QRY follow up. Double click this query, and you can see that we have field here: customer ID, customer first name, customer last name, customer telephone number, and max of transaction date. And if we go to the design view, you can see that these information are coming from the query, which is already pulling these information from another query, QRY all customer. And to see the QRY all customer query, let's see and open that. You can see that we have this similar field here about the customer information, and then we have the first order, we have the min of transaction, we have the last order. So how does it look like in design view? We have selected these 4 fields with outer joins from customer to TBL order, from TBL order to TBL detail, and from TBL detail to TBL books table. We have taken customer ID from customer. All of these fields are taken from customer. 1, 2, 3, 4 fields are taken from customer table. And look at this first order, group by. Here is the first order field. It is added as a field. Okay, so here is the transaction date, and here is the transaction date again. And this query is made an aggregate query. We can see this total field, group by, group by, group by, and then the transaction date. The first time when we inserted the transaction date, we have changed the we have taken the min aggregate SQL function, and then we have taken the max of the SQL function, and we got this info. If we run this query, we got this, and on the basis of this query, we have created On the basis of this query, we have created this QRY all customer, because we need this makes of transaction date. And first we have got this makes of transaction date from this all QRY all customer query, and then we made this query on the basis of this QRY all customer, and then we have displayed, you can say, this makes of transaction date we have displayed here. Now to add, to once again see the data, you can see here is the mix of transaction date, and this mean the mix of transaction date mean that this is the last order of the customer. Go to the design view and write your expression date 8 function, and but I don't write it here, I want to write it in the builder, expression builder. If I click here, the expression builder will light up, open your built-in function, go to the date and time function, and get to this date 8 function. You double click it. The date 8 function have 3 arguments. The interval we got here is WW. We want to add week, and the numbers we want to give the expression the number of week is 3, like this. And in the date field we would like to refer to the transaction, the makes of date field. We need the data from the makes of transaction date. Makes of transaction date. QRY follow-up, here is the makes of transaction date. If I'm right, makes of transaction date it is. So let's run the query, click OK. The expression is looking so far so good. Okay, correct this. One quotation mark is missing. And now let's see, run the query. Makes of transaction date is not recognized. Go back to the builder and delete this. And here is the makes of transaction date. Close this, press OK button, and now run the query. Here is the makes of transaction date. You can see that here is the month of Jan, 10 Jan. If we add 3 week to it, it goes to, okay, so the date is DDMMNYY, and in the month of October, for 1st October 2009, it's added 21 days and it's turned in 22. The same way we can see here that 5 October is turned to 26 October. So we have successfully added 21 days to our existing dates, because we have to send a follow-up email to the customer after every order when 21 days lapsed. Go back to the design view. So let's save this query and close it. So that's how you use the date add function in Microsoft Access. So let's practice the date diff function, date difference function. For this we'll be using our query QRY all customers. Go to the design view. So we'll be using QRY, my order statistic. So to demonstrate the date diff function, we'll be using one of our query QRY my order statistics. And this we can see that we have added field customer ID, customer name, customer last name, telephone number, first order, last order. Let's move to the design view and look at the fields. These are the fields that we have added to this query. Let's write our expression, the date diff expression. Go to the and delete these first two, delete this comma, and click this interval. And interval we need D because we want to we want to see the difference of days between two orders. And first field is in this query, the first field is first order and the last field is last order, and we would like to see the difference between these two fields. So let's run the query. Okay, enter this parenthesis and now run the query. Now we can see that we got the difference between the two dates, the first order date, the last order date, and we can see that how many days lapsed to the order till today. Oh, sorry, we can see that how many days lapsed between these two orders. This is what this query presents. So let's write the expression one more time, and this time we would like to find the time lapsed till today to the last order. Date diff function, delete these two optional argument and go to the interval, and interval we want to find D dash and the date field we want to enter the first order, and in the last field we want to see the date command to insert auto date. Let's see what is the result of the query. So we can see that there are many days left because this data is too old, and I am recording this tutorial in 2020, and this data belong to 2007, 2008, 2009 and 2010. So you can see that how we can use the date diff function is, let me try it this field with another way. Actually in this field I have got the days difference from the first order. What I wanted to see the days left after the last order. So let me I write here last order. Last order field is here, and now when we run this query, little bit different is here because there was 4000 before, now it turned to 3000, and that's how we use the date diff function and Microsoft Access. I hope guys you understand this and it would be helpful for you, and I'm going to conclude this tutorial here with this. If you guys are new in watching this video, you are requested to subscribe my channel, because I'm going to schedule some more interesting videos on Microsoft Access, which would be helpful for every person who want to learn Microsoft Access, or who is in the office and doing some office work. So see you in my next tutorial. Thank you for watching guys. Thank you.